welcome back to Werewolf the Apocalypse in New York City, everyone. This is Rage Across New York and Valkenburg Foundation stories from the early 90s that will be brutal and horrifying and everybody's gonna die. Wait, what? No, they're not. It's gonna be fine. Fine, I'm telling you. This show is rated R for Aru. And who are you all? Who is the Hailwalker pack? What's left of it?
What do you mean? No members have died.
No members have died.
The name's El Duende, pronouns any all, and I am playing as Jake Stromveld, aka True Strike, the Get of Fenris Rune.
I'm John. I'm playing Paul, aka Skits and Shadows, aka Otis, the Onor Ragabash Chief.
I'm Roger. I'm playing Miles, Storm Speaker Lincoln, Asswalker Galliard, and owner of a Winnebago that he can finally use again.
Indeed. The Winnebago is available. Yay. Last time, the Guru of Central Park Cairn gathered for a winter solstice moot. You had celebrations, competitions, gossip. It was lively. The Hailwalkers participated enthusiastically. True Strike had a game of football against quarterback, who should really be called linebacker, not quarterback. Strom Speaker had a rousing song and recounted the pack's recent heroics. Skitters participated in a spirited insult competition with Fengi and Hundo. Mother Larissa led the Rite of Recognition to recognize your achievements, and glory and honor and wisdom, renown, as you stopped the attack on the cairn. Various leaders spread shares and concerns. Larissa talked about shoring up the cairn's spiritual defenses and praised the Hellwalkers for your handling of the master situation. Hundo talked about organizing mortal scouts. Fengi shared rumors from the streets about how the gang, the Freddies, were in disarray. Spotlight talked about Banes moving through various parts of the city. Shade talked about building coalitions, and Skitters has decided to talk to Shade about unseating Mother Larissa's tyranny over the cairn. Haven't you? Cleon, the Glasswalker leader, talked about the need for discretion and talked that he was tracking Pentix adjacent security contractors. You then turned your attention to personal matters, loose ends. You collaborated on disguising your wanted Winnebago. True Strike applied a new paint job. Weave Walker altered police records and digital footprints. With some success, limited, but some. And spent some time with your mortal connections, your human connections. Technically, you are also mortals because you are werewolves who live and breathe and have a heartbeat, can die of old age. But yeah, humans, not werewolves. Yeah. Skitter was awoken by your rat spirit companion Scratch, who revealed a critical secret. There was a spirit messenger. The word carrier was transporting a message from some kind of powerful entity known as the Defy Wyrm, which is an aspect of the worm itself, an avatar, if you will, through the spirit world. And Scratch urged you to ambush the carrier in a specific part of the Umbra before the message could be delivered, and offered to guide you in exchange for a personal secret from each pack member. And you shared a secret to Scratch, and that's where we stopped last session. We have to decide on going into the Umbra and deal with this threat to Gaia, basically. You are currently at a diner somewhere in New York.
Okay, so with
So
the things that the other werewolves reported back on, what was the thing about the one saying they wanted to create a network of mortals or something? What was the plan there?
Oh, for Shade, you mean?
I forget who said it, but you just when you did the recap, you said somebody wanted to create some sort of network of humans or something.
Shade was talking about building coalitions between werewolves and humans and whatnot, and Cleon was talking about the need for discretion, tracking Pentix contractors. Was that what you meant?
I'm not sure. Also, the one who was talking about the Banes traveling along specific pathways in New York.
Yeah, that was Spotlight.
Could we explore that further as a way of shortcutting our time in the Umbra? If we know where the traffic channels are, we won't have to hang out there eating off our willpower, possibly for as long.
Scratchcard did say that he would be leading you to the place.
Yeah, Scratch is going to take us.
Since we already told them our secrets, I guess it's time for him to lead us there.
Indeed.
Wait, before we go, make sure. Does anybody have any ideas of something we might need in the if we're going to be like an hour in the Umbra and you'll be like, shit, I really
There's
need
one
a
thing I can think of.
Okay, what?
Since we're definitely going to get into a fight, before we get into it, would you want to howl at Moongleam?
We can do that in the thing because we can hear. We can do that in the Umbra.
All right, then. In that case, I got nothing.
Well, one thing I've got is the Song of Valor, which... how does it exactly work? This is for boosting up willpower, isn't it?
Song of Valor. By singing of the heroic deeds of ancient Garou, the gift's user inspires your packmates. Those who listen feel a surge of power within them, as if encouraged by Gaia to follow in the footsteps of legendary werewolves. Difficulty 3. All members of the user's pack within earshot are inspired to greater deeds. When their players spend willpower to reroll dice, they may reroll any number in a pool rather than just 3. This gift can be used only once per session.
Yeah, that may do certain things, but that would still mean we'd be bleeding off willpower even faster, so that doesn't really help endurance.
Actually, no. It does the opposite, because you only need a single willpower to reroll all your dice.
Yeah, so...
I feel like it might be good to do.
So that
might
was pretty powerful. And it's
It'd be better
definitely
to
something
have
you
it
wanna
and
do
not
before
need
you
it than
enter.
need it and not have it. So if you think it's going to be helpful, Miles, go ahead and do it. Because Miles, you normally fight in Direwolf. If we got you like some firearms, would they be helpful in any way?
No skill in firearms.
Okay.
The guns
That's
even
fair.
work in the Umbra.
Yeah. If you actually, I don't know. But before you could do a ritual talisman dedication on a gun, and you can just bring it into the Umbra then. But I don't know if that can happen in this tune.
I am so specialized for Brawl that if you gave me the best gun in the game, it would actually make my character weaker.
Okay, that's fair enough. I just was throwing the suggestion out there. Okay, and I guess we need to bring food and stuff because we don't know how long we're going to be there, and possibly letters to your family.
In case you die. Wait, what?
Yeah. Yes, that's why
The real
we
thing
were bringing letters to
what
our
we're sort of
family.
talking around here is that the thing we really want to be able to take into the Umbra is just some sort of protective box that we could get in that would protect us from the Umbra.
Which is a bit silly. But okay, if we can't think of anything, let's begin. Okay, Scratch, do you know of a place where the boundary is weak so we'd be likely to get through faster?
I guess. Get my nose, such a place, yeah. Excuse me. Are we doing, Miles, are you doing your, because it's a gift, not a right, so it's just a rage check for you to do the Song of Valor.
And how long does it last again?
The duration is one scene. Okay, so
We should.
this is the thing you should do when the fight starts, basically.
Yeah.
So,
I will howl at the moon to go up to 3 rage.
very well.
Yeah, Jake will also howl at the moon because we're gonna need to be angry right now.
There's gonna be some howling from everyone.
Yeah, somebody's about to get jumped.
Us, probably.
Yeah,
Potentially, or not you. It could be someone else.
With our luck,
damn it. He throws a Nexus corner at us.
I would never. Or maybe a little bit.
no, you can't. You'd only really see a Nexus crawler in like the deep Umbra or something. You'd be unlucky to see it like in outside New York City. That would be a very unlucky place to see one.
It would not be the best.
We see a Nexus crawler. Just are we cooked, chat?
Or does different wolf forms give you different levels of survivability in the Umbra?
Nope.
The difference.
You get health levels as a Crinos.
Yeah, that's true. You by virtue of getting more health, you get more survivability in the Umbra. And you don't have to worry about the Veil or what have you in the Umbra because you are not confronting mortals anymore. Let's see now. To do Rite of Shadow Passage. How many have that again?
I think it's enough of us that we can just do it without any problems.
Yeah, you always have to roll it just in case something bad happens, but
Truth has it, and I know Femis has it, I think.
we're gonna have Wisdom plus Occult.
+6 because the Rage dice plus the.
We're
free.
adding, what is it, Help. There's 2 others who have it, 3 others who have it, and
Storm Speaker has it.
yeah, so Themis and True Strike and Storm Speaker all have it, so
Yeah, I think
I didn't destroy everyone. That was the easiest stepping sideways roll in the history of stepping sideways, probably. Alright. Why don't we enter New York's Umbra? A network of cables and pattern spiders rushing to and fro on their business of keeping the weavers hold strong in this place. And some of you enjoy that more than others, specifically the glasswalkers among you, which is 2 of you, but 1 of the players. Pattern spiders, don't you love them?
yeah, big fan.
Indeed. Scratch, of course, leading you and being at the other side as you step, like the world folds in on itself and you're stepping through that membrane that separates the physical world from the Umbra, the gauntlet, and you are in that lattice of glass and copper wiring and humming black cables. Unlike in the real world, the city grid here is even more perfect, an idealization of the Weaver's idea of the perfect city. No curves! We don't like curves. The pattern spiders skidding along the seams of the weave, stitching torn edges where the wild might have changed things. The chaos of human emotions and actions, chaotic actions, have frayed the route. It could be anything from people tripping balls to people giving in to their anger or love or whatever chaotic emotion you might have that rubs up against the order of the Weaver. Because much like in the wild, there's no perfect wilderness. There's always a little bit of Weaver around even there, though of course much less. The Weaver, you have to go to the deep Umbra, to the ideal Weaver realms, to find a Weaver web that's completely undisturbed by the wild. But if you wanted to get as close as possible to the Weaver in the near Umbra, I think the heart of New York City might be as good as place as any. Maybe if you're in a hardcore research lab in the New York City, that might be even more Weavery. But you chose to cross at a place where the gauntlet was a little bit easier to get through. There's going to be elements of wild here as well. This place is not very noisy. It's perhaps the currents of electricity going along the copper wires, the copper webbings that the spiders have let out. Things are
spider legs on metal.
Indeed, yeah.
Considering how efficient the Weavers got this place running, could we just go down to the subway and the train would just come with a destination board that says Deep Umbra and we could just get on it?
It's not impossible. That's the subway.
We're following.
We're not going into the Deep Umbra. We're following Scratch and.
Yeah.
Yep. Scratch is gonna try to take you to the Deep Umbra. That's the Scratch, or to not to the Deep Umbra, to the gate to the Deep Umbra.
Yeah.
And so Scratch is gonna start crawling towards what looks like a subway station, the umbral reflection of a subway station. And Scratch is turning. Have we determined what gender Scratch has?
Scratch gender is Scratch.
No, it's a guy because his name is Frankie, and he's a.
That's fair.
He's like a New York tough guy mixed with a Skaven. So we don't like you around here, see?
Yeah, actually, with our insane stepping sideways skill, in future we should probably just go to exactly where we want to go and step sideways there, no matter how thick the veil is or whatever it's called, because we'll roll so high we'll just go straight through it anyway. It'll save us time in the Umbra.
That sounds dangerous to me.
Very dangerous. We're gonna have to vote you out there. We can walk.
Scratch, you asked for a place where the gauntlet was slightly lighter, so that's why you
I did ask
here.
for that.
Yeah, let's get to it. Chop.
Let's go. If it only was that simple. As you are heading towards this subway station, there is actually going to be a spirit who is going to come crawling up towards you. Because why not? We like spirits. Or do we?
Yeah, we're a fan of most.
I'm not a big fan of them.
How about this one?
Trouble.
It's a spidery thing that has a board, a switchboard. Like it's carrying a switchboard in its two front legs. And out from the switchboard are a bunch of mouths that are literally moving. You can't hear any sound from them, but they're speaking to each other or something. Looks like a switchboard. And she's coming up to you, the spider is, all of you, and Central Exchange acknowledges your presence. Please remain calm, remain orderly, and remain where you are. You are attempting to traverse a restricted trunk line without clearance. That is irregular. Irregularities create snarls. I am here to prevent snarls. State your destination in one sentence. Please do not embellish, do not poeticize. The system dislikes metaphor. And then she corrects her glasses that are set over her many eyes, like she's a secretary.
Nearby gateway to Deep Umbra.
Ah, yes, I see. And this gateway to near Umbra is where precisely? And Scratch cried just, hey, sister, I'm taking these champions of Gaia to defend the Weaver against the Worm. Get lost. Yeah, we're walking here.
I look towards Optinode and Miranda. Weaver to Weaver spirit talk here?
Not impossible. Optinode!
Come to the
Optinode is an
rescue,
excellent
Honorable Bureaucrat.
technologist, but not an excellent persuader, if you will.
Who's our cheer?
What was that?
It's. I was trying to remember who among this group of
Has the highest
Malcrians
persuasion?
actually his job is to deal with spirits.
That is, in fact, Miles, because he has the highest persuasion, right? That's
Yeah,
why he's
awesome.
called Storm Speaker.
Galliard.
He talked to the storm.
And Miles, because of his technical background, will know like exactly which sort of model of switchboard this represents, and then probably like explain where we're going in such a way as to how we can minimize the disruption to the grid.
Very well.
Is this persuasion charisma or technology charisma?
Persuasion, I'm gonna argue. Yeah. Because you're talking to a little spirits. This spider is looking at you in ways where, the mandibles are clicking a little bit. There's like a little bit of a twitch in the body, and are you gonna step out of line here? Why aren't you... Please all stand in a proper line along this grid here.
5 successes.
Wow. Ah, I see. Yes. Did you... how did you describe where you're going again?
How much has Frankie told us about where we're actually?
They told you about the word carrier and the gateway to the Defy Wyrm's realm, and that he was going to take you to a route that leads you to that gate. That was about it, yeah.
Yeah, so I guess I'll explain in the technology terms of how we can do this with minimal disruption to the grid.
Norton antivirus? We like Norton
Exactly.
antivirus.
That's pretty much it. Ah, yes. Very well. Yes. The worm is always very messy, and we can't have that. You can, of course, pass. I trust that you will have much success in disrupting the worm's attempted corruption of the weaver webs. Please hold, and then you can hear the legs that are tapping in some kind of uniform sound. It sounds like she's tapping a keyboard to bring up whatever paragraphs that are regulating her behavior. Option 1, service, or a name you will miss when it's gone. Option 2, an order mark, a temporary, painless, useful, and completely voluntary. Option 3, reroute. You will arrive eventually. The order mark can be easily and simply applied. And one of the spider legs will lift a stamp from the switchboard.
Can you repeat the options, please, Miss Charlotte?
She's
Yes, of
offering to stamp
course.
us.
Option 1, service or name that you will miss when it's gone. Option 2, an order mark, temporary. It will only last as long as you spend time in the Umbra. And option 3, a reroute, which will take a slightly longer time than you initially wished for, perhaps.
It's just a stamp, man.
I'll take the order, Mark.
Very well. No one likes the mark, I understand, but it does help. It's marching through the Umbra without a mark. It's not being insured by the Auto Association. Yes.
Yeah. Thanks for the help.
Very well. She's gonna go up towards you and stamp your shadow.
Neat.
Does this do anything rules-wise?
Not that you know of yet.
It's there for the vibes, man. I think.
Okay.
Well, if it's for something else, we'll find out when we find out. Don't worry about it.
You know what? We're gonna roll some intelligence occult here with our Weave Walker, shall we?
Sure.
But I'm gonna put the difficulty to a 5 because I'm mean.
Isn't that easier?
Oh my god!
I rolled! That's what happens when I roll stuff.
Oh my Lord Jesus. Lord Jesus. Yep, this man can roll.
Notice what happened when I rolled. I think you might have noticed what happened when I rolled.
Yeah, I think
Failure
I know
by
what-
4.
Yep. In other words, Weave Walker has no idea what that mark was about.
Okay. We'll see. Oh, I guess I'm going to try to ask the Weaver Spirit for its name so I can recommend it to its boss for being so polite and helpful.
The Weave Walker Spirit, well, the Weave Spirit, Weaver Pattern Spirit, gee, that was hard to say, will give you the number 7232B.
2B. Okay.
And correct her glasses again.
Oh, I'll ask her, does she ever do that thing where she takes off her glasses and then like undoes her hair and is suddenly 10 times sexier?
Jake will clear his throat and say, "We have a mission to do."
I'm just trying to have a little fun with this. Cheer everybody up.
I hear you. It's just...
I just had a thought. It's a good thing that we got our shadows stamped rather than that thing where a train guard clips a ticket and part of it goes missing. If we had like a hole in our shadows that light shone through.
That's creepy. Yeah, okay. I'll tip my hat to her and move on.
Best of luck to Gaia's champions.
Alright, so one scene of bureaucracy later.
One scene of bureaucracy later.
See, when this campaign was written, you actually did have a bureaucracy stat.
The bureaucracy was a skill. Yes, that was a thing.
Very useful for this campaign, I'm assuming.
Absolutely. You are in New York City. We're heading down the subway, aren't we? This is... I don't know if you've ever gone through the subway in the Umbra before. But there's a first time for everything, isn't there?
Because there's going to be some freaky shit like in Jacob's Ladder.
Probably.
Maybe? Who knows?
I actually don't know what Jacob's Ladder is.
Oh, it's this kind of movie where fucking the guy from Shawshank Redemption is having nightmares about Vietnam, and like it turns out he was never left, and the whole movie is his dying dream, and whatever. And spoilers for Jacob's Ladder.
Weird. Sounds groovy.
You are heading down the stairs towards a deeper and deeper level of the Umbra. I'm sure the New York subway is completely fine and benign in the Umbra, isn't it?
Of course it is, because it's completely fine and benign in real life. So in the Umbra, it reflects what it is. It's just
And in
perfectly organized.
1991, then it's just absolutely wonderful to be in.
Yeah, it's totally not a stab alley.
Yeah, it's just fine. That's what I'm saying. What are we even complaining about here? No risks at all of encountering anything bad in the subway in New York in 1991.
Some of the more spectacular graffiti couldn't possibly come alive.
Not at all. Yeah, as you're going down here, there's definitely going to be more wild and possibly...
Okay, sing that groovy music, white boy.
What just happened? Paul lost the wolf?
I lost the wolf. Shit, that was terrible.
You didn't get... What? Wait, you didn't howl? You didn't... What?
I thought I did. I thought I had 2 points.
Okay,
What
how
do
about a
you
readjustment here?
This
Hold
doesn't
on.
make any sense to me.
Because
Hold on.
I was just...
Okay, you're Glabro? What?
What just happened?
Who are you?
Who are you? Who are we? When are we?
I was trying to go into Glabro because it seemed like there was going to be fights.
But you
I thought I
had-
had 2 rage, but
You should have
I
had
must
two
have only
rage.
had 1.
Okay, let's click properly here, and now you can do the
He's
thing.
getting silly with it.
There
Forgive
we
him.
go. That's better. Yeah, that's because you should have at least 1 rage after.
But no, if you lose the wolf, you go down to 0 rage.
Yeah, but that's when you lose the wolf. You go down. Yeah, when you go down to 0, you lose the wolf, and you become whatever human form you were to begin with. Speaking of which, I guess going into Glob is a good idea for everyone. So, let's go. Not least because you retain your... You have more hit points that way, don't you?
Do you? I thought it was... Let me look at the rules.
Oh, maybe not. Yeah, but yeah, you get... No, you can regenerate stuff with your rage. at
Yeah.
least, so there's that.
Oh. I learned a new word.
Uh-huh.
Don't worry about it.
I'm just staying in human form for now because if we have to do any more talking to spirits, won't be compromised.
This is true. Speaking of which, you're coming
Wait.
down to the turnstiles in the subway, and one of the turnstiles has a lion-esque head, and the main is just absolutely filled with graffiti colors, and it's like the main itself is spray paint. Like when you're doing spray paint, the actual spray goes out from the can before it hits the wall. It looks like that. The main looks like that as the head is moving back and forth. And of course, the glowing eyes. It sits there like a sphinx, if you will, and it looks at all of you. And this place, the tile names around you are off by a letter, stairs that are looping back on themselves, the air is... How does the tokens smell? Like, how does it smell in New York subway? Horrible, in other words. There's gonna be representations of all the human excrement and waste products that end up in the umbral reflection are gonna be there, and electricity as well. Yeah. Millions of commuters have created a place where the Weaver and the Worm and the Wild meet in a chaotic fashion because you have people who are... You have your street artists, that's very much artistry is very much a representation of the Wild. You have people who are, shall we say, touched by the moon who come down here, and then you have the anger, the wrath, the depression, the mental health issues, the drudgery of another day on the squirrel wheel. I guess that's more Weaver than Wyrm, though. But yeah, this is a brass and graffiti gate spirit, and it looks at you as you're coming down here. And greetings! It booms with its lion-esque voice. Warriors of Gaia. To the route that will carry you forth on your quest. Before you can enter, you must pay your dues. I have riddles for you. And it has paws, but those paws are like the turnstile legs, if you will. The spokes of the turnstile.
Riddles? Are they old riddles? Easy riddles? Hard riddles?
I am a bridge you can't walk, a line you can't see, and I carry voices that do not meet. What am I?
A phone line?
Correct. I am the cleanest rot, pale, official, and smiling. What am I?
Cleanest rot, pale, official, and smiling.
Can we roll?
But what was it again? The cleanest rot, pale, official, and smiling.
Yep.
Oh. Bureaucracy?
Wrong.
Okay.
The Sphinx scoffs. Why would bureaucracy be a rot?
Oh no. We're so dumb.
No, the cleanest rot, pale, official, and smiling. What rot smiles?
The audience is getting a good look at how good we are at riddles. I have a question.
Pale
Michelle.
rot.
Is it possible to do a roll for the answer?
Isn't that cheating a little bit? But I guess that's the point of having stats, isn't it?
Yes, but I, in real life, am not smart enough for this.
What would be the appropriate skill?
I did not spec in the riddle stat. Sorry, everyone.
I agree. I didn't either in the real world. I'm terrible at riddles. But it's part of the theme of the game, isn't it? So what would be a good... I don't know. What would be a good skill for this?
Insight? I don't know.
My insight is reading other people. This feels more academics, perhaps? Wits and academics, maybe?
Yeah, I guess.
We could try and, if we can figure this out ourselves, like the palest rot. What sort of decomposition is pale, official?
There has to be something like...
What? Okay.
And sorry, I thought I had it in my mind, but it just...
Who else has wits and academics.
Oh,
We've
could you be a skull with no flesh?
A skull
On it.
with no flesh?
Yes, like an empty grinning skull.
It is
It's
pale and it is smiling, but is it official?
It can be, like the Nazis wore it as a sign.
Or you could claim it's official in the sense of the law of
The Totenkopf.
universe that
Yes.
death has to happen.
Yeah.
Let's see now. Do
This is just sad. This is
No.
sad. Take 30 willpower damage, everyone.
exactly.
A skull with all its flesh gone off, like that. It's cleaned of all the rot. It's smiling. It's pale.
But it's not official.
because it's a sign of like pirate and the Nazis and other groups that have death's head. If you look at the history of the death's head symbol,
The Totenkopf and the thing wrong. You motherfucker.
yeah, the Prussians were using it 100 years before Nazis. So, you know, it is official.
Let's go with a check here and see if you can outwit the thing.
Don't ask Jake why he knows about all this stuff about
Ouch.
Nazis.
Ouch. 6 successes on this one.
Oh,
Miles, do your work. Do your darkest work.
He doesn't have a whole lot of academics. The person
Yeah.
with the highest academics among you is, in fact,
Guinness.
it's Weavewalker.
All right.
Walker, do your darkest work yet. Your most vile work.
It's just, which is not a lot because her wits is so low. It's not intelligence. It's not low. It's just not enough. But
we
3
ain't ever getting
successes.
back.
It's sad. Okay. You have been found incorrect.
Okay. I wasn't trying to trick you, by the way,
I
Great
will-
Monster.
Fine you
I was-
for this.
Oh.
Weavewalker will take a point of superficial willpower damage.
Oh no.
Okay.
Okay, I think we're gonna have to really do some academics
To
work here.
pass, you need to succeed with at least one more riddle.
One more riddle, not even two riddles. Not even free riddles. We're going 2 riddles.
I'm
lion's-
born in fire. I kill without teeth. And the ones who fear me love me most.
You're born in fire and you're killed without teeth.
A sword? A sword?
Very well. You will have a fair token. True strike of the Gate of Fenris. Though the modern version should really be a bullet, shouldn't it? And he scratches his whiskers.
It's really more of a thing with, I guess, changing. I'm not gonna argue. I'm gonna steal away my own success.
It gets into long debate about bullet manufacturing techniques.
Exactly.
It's more of a press thing.
Could you be politics, not bureaucracy? For the other one? For the pale official
Wrong.
smiling one? What?
That is incorrect.
Okay.
Politics is
Never mind.
not a rot. How can you have society as humans without politics?
Oh.
Always exist. In and of itself, it is not a rot, is it?
Then corruption, I don't know, but that's not.
Ah, there you go. A fair token for you, Skitters and Shadows. Congratulations.
But
Three fair tokens.
can I give this to Weave Walker because I disagree that corruption is a clean rot?
I don't care if you disagree, but I suppose you can.
Here.
If you eat the fair token, Weave Walker, you will feel much better. I guess she regains her willpower, superficial willpower.
Wait, I can eat my token and gain willpower back?
Yep.
Oh, shit.
Yoink.
So this was 2 scenes, though, so that goes right back in.
Very well. You may all pass.
Oh, Jesus Christ. I need to increase my resolve, man, or my composure. One of those two. So badly, I need willpower.
I'm getting an extra dot of resolve at the end of this session.
No, you're not, unless the story is over. Which it won't be! Cackle, cackle. I'm evil like that.
Yeah.
Are we already bleeding willpower? Did the thing with the spider and this count as 2 separate scenes?
Alright, what does the table think?
Yes?
I think it's definitely not 2 separate scenes because. What the hell?
Because they're like within a few minutes of each other?
Yeah.
Because, okay, in that case, then that means I'm actually, at full willpower health then. Alright, then I guess we'll... Whatever. Sure, man. Hell yeah. I'm okay with extra health.
Like, I don't think it was a change of scene from the. Seriously, I don't think. Because we literally just walked down a small bit. From how Mikhail described it, it seemed like they were very close together. Now, if Mikhail meant that that we'd been walking down for a long while before we ran into this guy, then it is 2 separate scenes. But from how Mikhail described it, it sounded like they were close together.
Were they close together, Mikhail?
I mean, you went from the street level down to the subway, and now we're entering the tunnels, as it were. The subway tunnels of this place.
Okay, so if we're only entering the tunnels now, we can say from the street to the subway tunnels is 1 scene. Because we didn't really spend time on the surface. We just went straight down.
That makes sense. But down here,
Yeah,
distance
now
and
this is
time doesn't really
a different scene.
make much sense anymore, does it?
This is where we're entirely going based off of vibes now.
It's the Umbra.
Like, this is a
All
new
of the
scene.
Umbra is completely based off of vibes, isn't it?
Yes.
Right,
But-
just leading you down one of the tunnels down in this subway station. It's like you're coming down to the platform, and then you see the spirits around you. I'm sure there's going to be a Bane, that like a corrupted rat spirit or something that runs away into the shadows, because don't want to be close to any Garou when they come to the Umbra, because that's going to hurt a lot. And simply put, any Banes that you might encounter in a worm-ridden subway Umbra reflection is going to run away, because you lot are scary and have claws and teeth and fangs.
Yeah.
That can...
For a weaker Bane, we're just Death Incarnate for them, basically.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they will not stick around.
Yeah,
Definitely.
to weak Banes, we are to them what Nexus Crawlers are to us.
Yeah, basically. Absolutely.
It'd
And
be funny if there was a Fomori down here as well, and then just like some homeless guy, a subway maintenance worker, just finds themselves running the hell away without knowing why.
that could happen. You wouldn't know. That would be on the other side. You'd have to look through the gauntlet wall for that. But I don't think that Weave Walker is going to take the time to do so.
I'm
No.
just imagining, like, the Bane riding it like their host, like a horse. Be like, yeah, move it!
That is a thing that might happen.
Now I'm just remembering the Rawhide song from Blues Brothers.
Okay, so we're down in the tunnels now. What's happening, Mikhail?
Well, Scratch Scratch is leading you through this warren. It's not a warren, it's just a tunnel that goes straight through, isn't it? With Weaver it's like looking at the street, the grid that you had, that you were walking on before, but now this grid is above you, like a mesh above you, and you might be able to even make out the legs of pattern spiders above you. But down here, the concrete walls are sleeping. Some of them in so deep sleep that they might be starting to fall apart. There's going to be the gnawing of rat spirits on cables and paper that are flying around you, like confused wind spirits, as it were. What spirit form does human urine take? I don't even want to think about that, but you have to, because the
Like a
puns
little
are moving
sentient glob
here.
of piss?
What was that?
Like a little sentient glob of piss?
Yeah,
I don't
probably.
think- Oh my god, that's not a question I think has an
No,
answer.
probably not. There will be an umbral reflection of dogs down here as well, because let's
It's
face
tiny
it,
little legs
humans
and
are
whenever it moves
going
around, it
around with their dogs in the subways as well, and I'm sure some of those have taken upon an umbral shape as well, because why shouldn't they? There's a deep love between humans and their dogs, hopefully, and that's going to set a mark in the Umbra. Scratch Scratch will lead you up to a door. This passageway just goes right up to a door. And Scratch Scratch will open the door, or tell you to open the door. Through here, he says.
Okay, I'll open the door. What's
As
behind it?
you step in through the door, you will find yourselves in a strange place indeed. But you will recognize it. This is like a reflection of Pal Freeze. You were here.
Oh, the restaurant, yes.
Yeah. Only this is the moment when the bullets started flying. Shattered glass is hanging mid-air. There is the reverberations of a scream that is just stuck in the air. You can see like the air is distorted by the scream, the sound waves of the scream. There is shrapnel of like silver streaks from the bullets that were fired. You can feel, I should say, the thump of bodies and the splatter of blood on a wall. Your memories are sticky in the air. The place, the Umbra, has reached into your own emotions. And you can feel waves of fear, anger, shattered greed. And among all of it, you can see a horrid shape that is forming mid-air, like the bullets that have been fired are coalescing into a worm-like thing with metallic teeth like metallic glassy teeth that looks towards you.
I'm gonna kill you, asshole.
Are you now?
Yeah.
Yeah, he said. Like it was the easiest thing.
Alright.
Since we're going into action now, Miles will turn into Hispo form.
Alright.
I didn't lose any rage, so that was free.
I'm just gonna roll this time to speed things ahead and say that Scratch is not really in shape to fight anything today. I don't think.
Okay.
Good night, y'all.
Oh, maybe Scratch is. Let's know, because Scratch must have healed since last time.
Like it's been like a month
Yeah.
since the last fight he was in.
Exactly. So, do you want Scratch to attack anything? Scratch might
No,
roll.
not this big thing. No way. Poor guy. We need him for directions.
This is true. Scratch might just run and hide under a table, because that could be easier to do.
Yeah, he was humbled by that wrench. Hard.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah. Like he can hide in my pocket if he wants.
Okay, Ron Weasley.
Do we have a picture of Miles in direwolf form?
We should have a picture of everybody. If we don't have a picture of Miles in direwolf form, something went horribly wrong.
True.
Don't know.
I know there's a picture of him, Glabro and Krenos, but I'm not sure about...
So Weave Walker, what does she do?
Yeah, that is the question, isn't it? Why isn't Weave Walker here? Weave Walker is not a fighter. We know that, right?
Yeah, she can heal though.
Yeah, nobody needs healing at the moment.
Or do another gift. She has 3 gifts. Maybe one of them is useful.
Drain spirit. Let's see now. Suck the essence out of a spirit, draining it like a leech to fuel your own mental reserves. Okay, yeah. Use of this gift will permanently antagonize the spirit subjected to it. She's learned this from a lamprey spirit. The spirit must be present and in the same realm as the user. The player players engaging in a resolve plus glory versus power test. It can restore a point of superficial willpower damage for each success in the margin, damaging the spirit by an equal amount. So I guess we will do that. It costs a rage. 1 rage check. And she will roll resolve plus glory to drain the spirit of willpower. Which is a horrible thing to do to a spirit, but apparently this is gonna resolve itself really fast. Spirit has some power. And I roll only 2 successes on that roll, which is really a bit pathetic, honestly. Weed Walker feels much better. The spirit writhes in pain as she is literally drawing out its power. Skitters, what are you gonna do?
I guess I'm going to throw a knife.
Really? You don't want to close the distance because the worm goes next, and Weave Walker is very fragile and within...
I am not more fleshy than the worm.
Nice job protecting your pack there. Real smooth.
Okay. I will go against and I guess I'll run in and stab it. even though I'd be better hitting it, but whatever. I'll stab it.
Very well.
Oh, this is gonna suck because the worm hasn't acted yet.
Nope. Can't
Oh
go.
no, 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 no. Oh no.
So did you roll the thing yet?
No, I was just making sure.
Also, why didn't we walk? Oh yeah, because that'd be a minor action.
Weewalker is already in Glabro form.
Oh, she is? Oh, okay.
Yeah. Been in Glabro all along.
Good thing at the. Hopefully, this thing doesn't do aggravated damage.
The teeth, the glassy teeth, do glisten a little bit silvery, don't they?
Yeah.
Oh no.
Oh, you are going to chop it up with... Maybe not so happy. How do I fight all of you at once? It doesn't. That's what it does.
Maybe you don't fight and you just accept F. That'd be nice.
Don't know if it wants to do that. So we're gonna
Oh, by the
roll...
way, was it defending against Weavewalker's attack action?
I don't think
You know
it
what?
did
Yeah,
defend
it's
against-
possibly. So it only has some dice left then in that case. Very sad. Let's go. Let's try to keep itself from harm. It didn't.
Wow, this thing is really sad.
You know what?
And, like,
This thing is just gonna get away from you all. Try to, at least. Slithering away. Because you've
It
done
realized
damage
it
to
fucked
it.
up.
Black ichor is spreading all over it as it tracks this black ichor. You feel a profound sense of sadness from it as it...
That's okay, I can put it out of its misery.
I guess you can, yeah.
Yeah, buddy, you thought you were tough shit, huh?
Well,
Is it? I fucking
it-
like
it
do
was-
some
it was
WWE
a-
shit on it. Jake doesn't even bother the shift forms. He's just in Hamid form doing some WWE shit on it.
Alright. It just...
What?
Bam!
Oh yeah, you break a chair over it.
Yeah, there are a lot of chairs, exactly. Nah, I'm just
I
gonna
think I
drop
get
it.
associated with these people.
What?
Nothing.
I'm just drop kicking it, man.
Very well. Let's go. Yeah, that is a lot of damage. I think this spirit is no more. It will dissipate into nothingness as you land on top of it and... Yeah.
Did one of the dying light drop kicks on it.
Clearly. Look at it go.
Yeah, it's ragdolling like crazy.
Defeating a minor worm creature. But still a defeat.
Without anyone getting injured.
Without anyone getting hurt in the process. You are potent in the Umbra, aren't you? All of you together.
Yeah.
Like, we were designed by Gaia to kill spirits, so technically we're better in the Umbra. We should technically be better in the Umbra than we are in the real life. Because, you know, they shouldn't have less things to do. It's our job to kill Vulcanian spirits.
Technically. You guard the real world from worm threats in the physical and spiritual world.
Yeah.
The thing dissipates with a whimper.
Alright then.
It was fueled by violence. The violence that occurred at Pal Freeze.
Oh, glad we took his ass out.
Yeah, he'd probably create more. Since this is Pal Freeze, can I see if what Shadow? No, what was his name again? The dude who died. Has his death marked the Umbra in some way?
The dude who died?
Yeah, the dude who died. The werewolf who died.
Oh, yeah. Yes, Hack Talon.
Yeah, that's him.
That's him.
Back Cove.
That is a possibility, yes. There is, the vibes of this place are definitely despair, fear, shock, and you remember how Shadowpad was absolutely torn up emotionally from seeing Hack Talon fall. It's entirely possible that their emotional trauma created this echo.
Oh
And-
god, that guy's causing trouble for us even when he's dead.
And Weave Walker can say as well, just looking through this place, not just them, it was the concentrated emotions of everyone in the room at the same time, including your own selves, the Hailwalkers, existing here. And in fact, as easy as it was to crush that thing, you will notice that it is reforming in the air, even as you speak about this area. Even as you speak about the memories of what happened here.
Ah, shit. Could we theoretically kill it again and then do a rite of, what's it called? Purification?
A rite of, let's see now.
Abjuration?
Abjuration, yeah.
Abjuration, yes indeed. That is something that you can do.
Alright, let's kill this asshole again.
And this thing is currently... You know what? I'm actually going to roll a check here. See if any of you notice it forming. Roll your perception alertness. Cackle.
I guess wits, since there is no perception.
Yeah,
plus
the
one.
wits. Perception was D20. Sorry about that. That is... Wits and awareness is in fact the pool we want.
Everyone? Everyone?
Yeah, everyone is working on it.
That was easy. Alright.
Bryce notices the thing forming. The thing might in fact notice you all coming in here, so it's going to try to get away from you because maybe it remembers your recent murder attempt. It
has the uncle memory of the ass whooping it received.
Exactly, but it's not gonna be maybe fast enough.
Yeah. What the fuck?
Wow, it will get away from you. It's slithering into a hole.
No, it won't.
Okay then, it will not slither away from you, so you will crush it once more. Just grab it, and we don't have to roll for this, do we?
No. It's so pathetic that honestly at this point we can just assume that Jake does some other crazy ass WWE move.
Right. So
in fact,
this...
that's a perfect.
What was that?
Never mind. Keep talking.
This rite of abjuration will require you, as you're gonna purge this of the mystical taint, basically, of the shock of Pal Freeze. It will revolve around you. You have to burn out the offending influence, right? And the way to do that will be to mitigate it with counter feelings from yourselves, which means a healing ritual, essentially. You will need to acknowledge your own role in Pal Freeze and search within yourself for what you could have done better.
I already know what I could have done better. Instead of going after what's-his-face, I should have attacked the guards with the silver guns.
Very well. Strom
For
speaking.
Miles, this is simple. Instead of sitting comfortably in the Winnebago, should have set up a proper perimeter that might have stopped him coming in the back way.
Skitters.
Skitters, he should have tackled Hacktail more than just talk to him.
Let's see. This is a place that was recently created by your own trauma. Or at least not necessarily by your trauma. I don't know how traumatized your characters feel about Pal Freeze, but it was a memorable moment and a time of challenge, shall we say. So, let's say that we make this a difficulty 4, because it is not so small as a tree, and it's very personal to you. So, she's doing the Rite of Aboration, isn't she?
Yep, and we're standing around with our, I don't know, just doing the T-pose, I don't know.
Yeah, you can't help her with this. You are helping her by doing this reflection, basically. Failure by 1. We can do a willpower reroll. She is the one who can recoup willpower from spirits.
Alright.
There we go. A success by 3 will in fact clear this area, and you can see as she's completing the rite, and everybody takes a willpower because you are in fact in the Umbra.
So we've done 2 scenes so far here?
Yep.
Yeah, definitely. This is definitely the second scene. Well, definitely doing the right and stuff.
All the flying glass shards, all the screaming pain, all the fear and anger and violence, like the walls are cleaned up, the glasses are once again fly back to their positions on the table and form it. It's like playing a movie backwards. The furniture forms itself and is whole again, and it's like you can hear a content muttering of dinner guests or lunch guests, the voices of people who are pleased with their lives, as you have cleansed this place of the evil influence that was brought in by Hacktalon, Harold Masters, and his fear and anger and pain. It's all gone now. Thanks to you, you have purified this place.
So where do we stand on willpower now?
This should be the end of the second scene, right? So
Yeah.
And you said the tokens the lion gave us neutralized the stress from the first one.
yes,
So I'm just only got 1 willpower damage then.
that makes sense. Scratch will, even as you're howling to celebrate the victory of this place that you brought into the Umbra being healed. Come, not much time now.
Yeah, okay, we're coming.
Boogie then.
Should have cleansed it on the way back.
We might have to go back a different way.
Possible.
Let's boogie on out of here.
Yeah, I have a feeling that on the way back we're going to be in no fit state to cleanse anything.
No. It's gonna be fine. That's what it's gonna be. As you are moving through the door into the kitchen, following Scratch, the place behind you just dissolves. It's like it's being pulled up to the street level again, and behind you is just the same tunnel that you were passing through. And you're gonna go through that red lit tunnel yet again on your path, which looks very straight indeed, to yet another door.
Wyrm sure loves his doors.
It's just the Umbra. The Umbra likes his doors. It's a way, I guess, for the Umbra to divide between space and time, as it were. Scratch is, of course, leading you forwards on this journey and running as quickly as... Is Scratch bigger than usual?
Maybe, yeah, he's like a dire rat size. No.
Yeah, that would make sense.
He looks at those fangs that look like God just left them unfinished.
Yep, that makes sense.
You ever just look at a lot of animals and just feel like God just gave up? Like legless lizards. Not to be confused with snakes, but legless lizards, man. Whenever I look at them, I just think, wow, he really did just give up on you.
Scratch is leading you further through this place. It feels like it's a straight line. Maybe? But you can't see very far back because it's very dark, and you can't see very far ahead because of the light in front of you. So it's possible that the turn, like the place twists and turns, but it doesn't feel like it.
It doesn't matter, just keep close to the rat. Don't think about it too hard.
Don't think about it too hard.
That might be some of the best advice when it comes to traveling this place.
That might be true, yeah. There is a door. It's marked the post office.
Oh my god. So much anger.
Someone get back to a postal?
Yeah, let's open the door into the post office.
It's gonna be great. The post office is the best place to be, isn't it?
Right.
Everyone expect machine gun fire.
There is no machine gun fire. There is a strange place. It's you can hear payphones are ringing everywhere around here. They're connected to nothing. There's mail slots that are breathing. Dust is coming in and out of them as they're breathing. Bundles of undelivered words wrapped in webbing like cocoons. Your thoughts feel loud. This is like a big round room, and you can see routes coming in from all sorts of places. And you can see one of these routes, which is basically a hatch in the ground. It's a big green, sickly green hatch with bubbling yellow bile around it. And a group of absolutely horrifying looking creatures, living graffiti is what they are, with faces of red black paint. They're screaming insults at you. They are just absolutely, it's a harsh sodium light coming out of their eyes. And they are all collected around one thing that is a worm made out of paper and red wax seals. And it is moving towards this hatch in the middle of the floor, and they're all gathered around it and turn around to see you coming in. There will be no ambush today. That's the word carrier! Scratch screams and points towards the snaky thing that is moving towards the hatch in the middle. Let's go! Let's go!
Alright then. This seems like it's going to be a long fight, so could we actually do it as in, instead of just rolling, we actually...
What?
You know, do the numbers, like the thing.
This is in the spirit world, so I guess it's going to be up to their power level in that case.
It's so weird how on the top bar, Miles' face with the semi-transparent dice in front of him just makes him look so depressed.
There might be a reason for that, perhaps. I don't know. Where did my word carrier spirit go in my notes here?
Oh, damn it. It seems like the best idea would be to target this asshole. Specifically me, targeting that asshole. But then again... Yeah, no, I like that idea, actually.
Alright, so Skitters, you have all of 3. I'm not sure. Maybe we should just do a randomized initiative in the Umbra. That's just a thought that came to me because it's a weird place, isn't it?
Fuck it, we ball. Alright then.
Boom!
Pulling.
Just feels like that's like true to the space, isn't it?
Whatever. We can...
Scratch is... Why is it always marking Scratch as really hurt when Scratch is not really hurt? I don't understand. Scratch is not really hurt. Oh, now I see. The actor data wasn't linked. Is anyone else's actor data not linked?
I don't know.
It should be.
Let me look at me. I look okay, I think.
Yeah.
Come on toward me, the big scary rune.
There we go. Okay, so Scratch will jump one of these things because why not?
Scratch, don't get hurt.
Scratch is doing it for Gaia.
Hey. Scratch is maybe the goat.
Or not. You know what?
The
These
rules.
things are
Rat of all time.
not just fighting things. These things are hurting with emotional damage. Look at you! Big claws, small soul, you're pathetic! They're responding with persuasion checks of horrible insult type.
That's not good. That's really not good.
Scratch attack. It's actually slightly hurt. Well, Themis, I guess, is in glabro form and will attack because that's what we're doing right now, isn't it? So it's gonna be brawl and strength. And the porcupine may save us all, right? You're not a hero! I'm not good at coming up with insults on the spot.
A 0? A 0?
You're a 0!
You're a delusional.
And it hurts the
Delusional
willpower,
entity.
obviously. Not the. I mean, in your case, it's going to hurt your health because they're trying to hurt your. It's emotional damage for real.
Oy.
But that's 2 of the Hate Lings who have done their job, their dirty job. So let's go and insult True Strike.
No.
Yeah.
Oh my god, that's a lot of insulting dice.
That is a lot of insulting dice.
I'm gonna have
You
to use,
don't want justice. You want slaughter.
Alright, could I theoretically use Insight Wits with specialty in Stubborn to...
Yes, you absolutely can do that.
Okay, lock in. Holy shit. It was bad, but it wasn't... That... It was terrible. It was really bad, either way.
Let's see how we can hurt Skitters.
Superficial or aggravated?
Superficial.
Thank God.
You're welcome.
You're welcome.
I need to increase my composure so badly.
You're scared, Skitters. You're scared of being seen for you truly are.
Okay.
Okay, he says. Shrugs.
That's true.
Walks through. Yeah.
True.
Uh,
Wait, he's not rolling against me. That's mysterious.
Composure. What? How do you want to hurt them? Emotionally.
What? He's hurting. I thought he was rolling against me.
Yeah,
His
yeah, he's
sister.
rolling against you, Skitters. So how are you? How do you want to defend yourself against this outrageous insult?
It didn't really sound outrageous to me. It sounded like
I'm
fair.
trying my best to come up with stuff on my feet. Why did I do this to myself?
I don't know. What about... Could I defend myself with intimidation?
I feel like it might be... The better option might be to just attack and damage, because...
Yeah, absolutely you can defend yourself with intimidation. Let's go. Charisma intimidation. Insult right back. Scare them. Let's go.
Charisma intimidation. Oh, yeah. Wait. I think... Does it just say it doesn't take for intimidation or... Oh, yeah.
Oh, by the way, since this guy attacked me, does that mean I get a rage point?
You didn't
Yeah,
attack you,
anyone
just-
who gets hurt gets a rage point. Absolutely.
Oh, wait. Why did you give me superficial health damage?
Because you took damage from the insults.
Oh, is it both willpower and health?
No, it's not both. It's just health.
Oh, shit. Okay, then that's fine. Okay, I'm not worried anymore.
3 successes
I thought it was something
to
serious.
intimidate him.
Yeah, that's gonna be... You're gonna take the damage. 4 superficial, Skitters. 4 superficial. It's not
Ouch.
halved. It's just straight to the bone here.
Shit, in that
Ouch.
case, I might as well have just taken the damage. If I had known that.
We know for next time.
Yeah, next turn.
This one has already acted. So I guess that means that it's gonna have to be... Because you spent all your focus on the Hate Ling here, True Strike. I guess it's gonna be up to Weave Walker and Storm Speaker to catch the word carrier.
Yeah. Oh, by
And-
the way, now would be a great time to use that to serenade us, white boy.
Yes, it would be.
Yeah,
I'm
but
gonna
not
roll,
this round.
Dexterity and athletics here for Miranda Weavewalker to try to catch the word carrier. Because someone's gonna have to. She's in Globber form, so she gets a +2. And I roll amazing!
Ooh, nice.
She's definitely gonna willpower that.
Real smooth.
Yep, very smooth.
Next,
Two
when it comes
successes.
to your turn, ignore the Hate Ling, go for the guy.
Yeah, it seems like the best move would be for True Strike to do some True Striking next turn and just ignore the damage.
Yeah.
Just say, "Fuck
Yeah,
it, we
the
follow."
word carrier is definitely leaving Walker in the dust because it is a fast snake here. Let's see how many successes we might get. On the other hand, it's me, so...
Storm Speaker, don't you have a kind of a jumping gift? Maybe you can jump to it.
Storm Speaker does have a jumping gift. Let's go, Storm Speaker. You are the one who's gonna take it down with your hair's leap, aren't you?
You are the one who jumps.
You are the one who jumps.
Yeah. Get after it and cut it off, make sure it can't leave.
You can beat it to the hatch.
Yeah, I gotta do a rage check and strength and glory. Good.
Gaia fuels you.
Okay, 3 successes enough, or should I willpower this?
You should willpower this. I'm counting on you. I'm counting on you. Oh my. Yep, you beat the thing. You will jump and land on top of the hatch before the snaking thing can get through the hatch. It hisses at you in rage and impotence. True Strike has done the thing, Skid has done the thing. Oh, hasn't done anything yet.
Give him the zappy zap. I don't know.
It can do a persuasion on one of these things
Yeah,
to
exactly.
emotionally hurt them. It gives them the zappy zap. That's what it does. The zappy zap. Is that what we're calling it?
The zappy zap. Hell
Zappy
yeah.
zap. Okay. I think because Optinode is going after Weavewalker here, it's just gonna float through the air on electrical legs, just barreling towards the word carrier, but not catching up with it because, let's face it, it's not that fast. Its persuasive capacities in this hall of words is not gonna be enough. Scratch Scratch is having a fight with a Hate Ling, and it's just doing its brawls, biting the thing, and is a champion for all combat rats in the world, isn't it?
Yeah, he's up there with Queek Headtaker.
Absolutely. Queek is leaving Queek in the dust. Nope. Oh my. The last thing you hear...
Oh.
Is he dead? Oh no!
No, he's not dead, because he actually didn't take any damage last turn, because it was damaging, he was damaging the others. But it does take willpower damage. You hear the screams of Scratch being hurt by the Hate Ling. It's evil. That's just very raw words. The bullying of these creatures is relentless and goes right to the heart.
I guess I'm gonna have to do the only solution that you really can do for bullies, which is to violently kill them.
I am not necessarily disagreeing. Themis is here, and she is going to try to do exactly that. She's continuing with her... Wait a minute. Is she better at... No, she's not better at anything social, so she will try to brawl. That's what she's going to
Hit
have to
them
do.
good and hard.
Hit them good and hard. That's 4 successes against
push
the
if you know you
hateful
want to.
recriminations of these things.
Oh my god.
The Weaver wants you leashed! You're a tool, that's all it is. Oh my, 11.
Unironically, Bryce. Alright, if Bryce were to get more successes on this, would she decrease the damage or?
That's possible. Obviously, it's right now
it's
taking
improving.
7 damage, which is a lot.
Then she needs to push that. Then
She needs to push that. This Hate Ling is doing horrible things to her. 6 successes means just taking 5 points of superficial damage.
Oh,
Which is
when you
much
rolled-
better, but still bad. But she has, in fact, Porcupine's Reprisal, which she's going to use. Also, she took a damage last turn, so she's gonna do a rage check to regenerate that, so maybe she isn't actually...
Wait a
Nope,
minute, I have a question.
but she is going to do her Porcupine's Reprisal in this thing.
Wait a minute. I took free damage last turn. Is it have the damage rounded up or rounded down?
No, this is just superficial damage not halved, because they are special spirit things. She uses a rage check to deal superficial damage equal to the glory of her glory on the attacker, which is in fact 4. So this thing takes immediately 4 damage from her as she. And you can see this physically in the Umbra, because you're in the Umbra. Suddenly, even as she screams in pain from the terrible words that are causing her to double over, and her eyes are bleeding from the emotional pain, a whole bunch of hedgehog spikes, needles, just come out of her and just impale the Hate Ling, and there's ichor everywhere on the floor now. That Hate Ling has acted. That Hate Ling has not acted. It's going to insult you, True Strike.
Remember, don't defend if you want to take your goal.
Yeah, no, I'm not going to defend at all. I am going to attack.
All right.
I have a question.
2
I have a question.
gangers in pieces, and you pretend that you're a hero? You're not a hero. You're hungry.
Yeah, hungry for your blood.
I'm trying.
And also, I will be doing this dexterity plus glory for the Fangi. Wait, oops, forgot. Oh, I have to redo that. I fucked it up.
What did happen here?
I accidentally added Krenos, but that's not how it works. Boop. Zip-zap. Exactly. You get it. Yeah, so... Anyway, I'm in Krenos. Free action. Could I half the dice? No, I don't want to half the dice. I want to go full balls to the walls here. Wall here. Bro is getting cooked. And yeah, that's 20 dice. How many successes did he get? Yeah, let's roll it.
What? That's all the dice in the world.
11 successes. I'm one dude.
This is terrifying.
Let's say kill him.
The thing did something 8, so that's 3 to it.
Not free. It's with the claws. It's all right. If I hit it with the claws, that's 1 success minimum. He takes 7 superficial damage without having. If he halves it, that's still 3 to 4 damage.
Ow.
How dead is he?
Not quite yet, but okay.
Okay, that's fine.
Yeah,
You can hit him harder.
okay.
Is he dead now?
As you're getting a tongue lashing from this hateful spirit, you rip. How do you kill it?
I'm so pissed off by what it's saying to me that I transform into Krenos and just fucking, with both claws, I raise them up in the air and swing them down, both at the same time, tearing it to ribbons.
Yeah. It's an X spirit, let's say. There is now...
It's playing for the forwards.
Yeah, you're covered in spray paint, it looks like. It tried. It failed. Weave Walker is going to do a spirit drain on the word carrier because that seems like a good idea right now. Drain spirit.
Sure.
Let's go for a rage check. And that succeeds. Resolve and glory. That was an absolutely sad roll.
But one
She's
success.
going to fail with this. I can take half and negate it immediately. So, yeah.
Maybe she willpowers this? She could get 3 successes. That might make a difference, though.
If she
That might
willpowers it,
work.
she just gets more willpower. There's no reason for her not to willpower it.
This is true. I guess you have it right. So, I'm gonna have to roll the creature's power. Where did the power go? Okay, so this creature's power is more than the other creature's power. It loses.
Yay!
Defender.
But only by the one. But that means that Weave Walker gets a willpower back. It's something. It counts. And that was the word carrier's action. So I guess, Storm Speaker, you're up.
Give it the big
I
bite.
guess it'd be better to do the give everybody else the better willpower.
Do whatever feels right to you.
Yeah, I'm not going to tell you how to roleplay. Do what you think is right. If you think it's more efficient just to stop him with punching than a gift, then that's 100% okay.
Okay, here we go. I got this thing, I'll give it a try, and since the snake isn't going anywhere now, I need to rage check, charisma and honor, difficulty 3.
Yep. Oh, we're doing a Song of Valor, are we?
Yep.
Roll Charisma, Honor, difficulty 3, indeed. So close.
Okay, and in this, can I willpower reroll the red ones?
Yes, you can. No, in this game you
Only
can.
the green.
No, in Werewolf you can reroll.
These are rage
the red
dice. They're different than
Not
beast
in Vampire,
dice.
but in Werewolf you can.
Alright.
Okay then, here we go. You will all hear Miles singing. Or is it a howl?
I think it has to be a howl, especially just because he's in direwolf form, so he can't make any other sort of sounds. But yeah, and this, how funny this will look. The two moves that Miles did, one after the other. It does this massive jump, lands on the hatch, shooting it in front of this snake thing, and then just probably sings this howl while probably just maintaining eye contact with the snake.
Yeah, the snake is waving back and forth, and all of you just feel the heart of Gaia in you just swelling in your chests. You are braver than you've ever been before, because I don't think that Storm Speaker has ever used this gift, has he?
No.
First time. Oh my
Awesome.
god, that's an evil cackle right there. I recognize an evil cackle when I hear it. True Strike, you've already spent your dice.
Yeah.
Skitters
This
hasn't
rat-
spent his dice, have you? Or have you?
No, I haven't got. I want to regenerate health first.
Go
to
ahead.
start. Oh, and you skipped me last turn. I technically could have regenerated it then too, but
Very well. Go ahead and regenerate the heck out of this.
it's rage dice to regenerate, right?
Yep. It's a rage check. Ah,
what
you
does-
feel the rage leaving you as you you do regenerate one, of course,
Okay.
because you
I
will
better-
succeed in regenerating. But
Yeah. Okay. I don't want to lose the wolf. So I'm going to throw my knife at this dude.
okay,
Give me joy. Oh my god,
that is a hit.
that is cat.
Yeah, and it's a plus
Let me
one
willpower
for the
reroll
dagger,
that.
so it's gonna be more.
7
Wait,
successes.
What are you doing? You roll all 4 of those remaining dice.
Yeah,
Roll
you
two more.
re-roll everything because
Yeah.
Oh yeah, sorry.
Yeah.
I forgot. Never mind. It's grand. 7 successes on a knife throw is good enough, I think, for...
yeah, it's the knife is gonna just rip right through one of the seals that just cracks. A lot of paper just rips. Ink comes out of the body inside it. It just splatters across the ground.
Is it dead?
Nope, not yet.
Okay, 2 dice. Those 2 remaining dice.
No, I can't. Never mind. I should take it as punishment for not paying attention.
All right.
Optinode is not a fighter. It's a tech spirit, so it really
We need to get off the node.
We need to get him to the
neck.
gym.
it does
You're
one
good.
superficial point of damage on the word carrier.
Yeah, so just a
We
little.
need to get
It
him in
counts.
We could get Optino just like a metal casing covered in spikes, so it can
Yeah.
just fly around like a mace.
I think that
Or a
counts
drone.
as increasing the power of the spirit, giving it new powers.
We could give it like a host and have it be
Alright.
like a robot.
Let's go with. Well,
Oh,
Scratch
defender-
Scratch wins the exchange yet again against the Hate Ling.
Oh, I know this is maybe this is something for something else, but I thought it'd be funny if Scratch, because he's a spirit rat, if he changes his form a bit depending on what he's doing.
You're not
So
wrong.
oh, that wouldn't be funny. Okay,
Anyway, no, I said you're not wrong.
all right.
Oh,
So like right now he could have a helmet and be have it like a sphere or an axe.
is it a doom sphere?
No,
Bryce,
it's
when
like
you roll those dice, you're gonna get your
Stab.
ass beat. Tennis.
no, yeah. Timid should push that. Yeah. Oh wait.
Nope, she
No,
doesn't
no.
have to this time. She is gonna rip some things into this Hateling, and it's bleeding graffiti paint out of the brick and mortar that the face is attached to. That one has already acted, but this thing is going to attack. It's not going to attack Skitters. It's going to attack. Let's see now. Who has done the most damage on the word carrier? Skitters did.
Oh,
Yeah,
Didn't
he threw a knife at it.
Yeah,
oh yeah, indeed.
but like Weave Walker's running up on it. Weaver did the willpower drain. The Storm Speaker hasn't done any damage to it. Okay, let's go with Skitters then.
Come on.
Because you did damage, and we don't like that.
8 successes. Ouch! And I
We
already used all my
screamed
dice.
at Mother Larissa because it's easier than screaming at yourself.
Incorrect. She was wrong.
Do you believe it, or do you
Yes.
not believe it?
You can't tell me. You can't tell my character.
I
what they
can
believe in.
tell your character if it hurts. If it hurts, let's go. Let's roll. Let's
we
see how
can come up
Skitters-
with an actual insult he believes,
Yeah, I-
but
Stab him. Stab him in the face. Stab him real good and hard.
I've already used my turn, so.
No, you didn't. It's
No,
your
no,
turn.
this is a new turn.
Oh, right. I guess I'll stab him back.
You can try.
Nothing personal, kid. Teleports behind you.
But it is personal.
It
He
is
just
very
insulted me for
personal.
no reason.
Yeah. This
He
is an
just
insult
insulted
to
me
you.
for no reason.
With werewolves, it's always personal.
It's insulting you for a lot of reasons.
No, but like we've just
Roll for
met.
3 dice. Don't.
I will probably diesel.
Very well.
I want to kill this dude.
No doubt.
But okay, 8 successes, and he
Well,
got
that
8.
is just you taking one, because it's the attackers. You take one superficial health level.
Okay.
But on your turn, you can obviously heal it with a rage check. Ah, you get a rage point because you took damage.
Maybe if you want to insult Skitters based on his backstory, like one thing he actually fears, what would actually insult him is that he thinks he was a wrong one from the beginning. If you say to him like, you were born bad and that's why you had a bad time in the system, that would actually hurt his feelings rather than
Let's
saying
go.
something.
We have Resolving Glory yet again, because you know what Miranda's doing, right? I hear you. That's not so good. It's just 3 successes. Against the power.
She has no reason not to reroll that die, though.
But she wins.
Yeah, no. Yeah, she
So
wins.
it's going to be pointless for her to reroll that die. So she regains another willpower point. Very handy for Miranda, isn't it?
It's
Yeah.
disgusting. Oh, powerful that is.
Yep.
And the word carrier uses its turn trying to defend. Oh god,
Yes,
we have this
yes,
guy
it did.
stun locked.
He's getting bullied!
Yeah, the word carrier is bullied by Miranda, who is just grabbing hold of the word carrier, and you can see the ink just all over her hands, into her skin, and she's like, huh. So what is Stormspeaker going to do?
Okay, now it's time to go in with the teeth.
A bite of 91.
Oh no. The teeth? Don't give us the teeth!
Damn, this bitch crazy. All teeth?
Six successes.
That is a lot of teeth. You are ripping into the word carrier with your teeth, and you are dire wolf form. And it is aggravated, so, well, it was aggravated anyway. So, that's 6 successes. Oh my. Yeah, you're ripping the word carrier to literal shreds. On the ground are just flying papers and ink and this red wax flowing across the floor in a puddle. And in the middle of it are 2 letters. True Strike. There
Yes,
is
I'm-
no Hate Ling facing you right now.
Could I theoretically move here and attack both of these hatelings by splitting my dice?
You could, yeah.
Then I will do just that. Alright then. So, first of all,
They're not ready
I-
to die. They are.
and get ready. So,
More rage.
that there is for... So, first one is 10 dice on this fella. With claws, so that's
And they've
14
already
damage.
acted, so...
Yeah, this one is taking 14 damage right now.
This one is just absolutely a fountain of spray paint that is covering you, and yeah, you're using your claws, so it's your hands. You don't get any spray paint in your mouth, which is probably a good thing.
All right, and I guess I will use a willpower real quick to roll all 5 of those dice. Boom.
One, two, three, 4 successes. So how many in total on the other one? Just give me the results.
7 successes, so 7 plus 6, that's...
Yeah, with the work Themis already did. Yeah. That is 2 spirits who just get absolutely shredded by your claws and become clouds and vapor around you.
Yep, and then I will use the thingy to... Oh yeah, I forgot I could have regenerated this turn.
You can indeed. And because you are in Krenos, you... Did you just lose the wolf?
Yep, and I'm gonna go Nobbit.
Homage,
So-
okay.
That's fine, I don't care.
You're just
I get
standing
that.
there panting as the vapors and mists of these things are disappearing around you. And that means that there's only one Hate Ling left, Skitters. But you've already used your turn, haven't you? So
I'll try to regenerate.
feel free
Because-
to regenerate, yes.
Honestly, I feel like we can speed this up because he's getting jumped. This Hateling's getting jumped.
Yes,
Ah,
the
I
Hate Ling
lost
is
the
gonna
wolf.
get jumped. Oh, did
I
you
mean, that-
lose the wolf too?
No,
No?
I didn't. Sorry.
No, you have a little bit of wolf left in you. Optinode is not gonna go into fighting the Hate Ling because there is no point.
I just realized I fucked it up. I realized because I didn't regenerate, because I'm actually still in Krenos, because I didn't actually regenerate, so I'm going to put...
What? What happened?
The regeneration is at the start of the turn. I forgot to regenerate, so I don't regenerate.
Oh, okay. Oh, because you didn't. Okay, fair enough. And you killed things, so you don't have to go frenzy right now. Isn't that nice?
Oh, wait a minute. Didn't I... wait a minute. Did I switch to Hispos, or did I...
No, you were in
No, no.
Krenos. You were in
You're
Krenos.
Krenos right now.
Alright.
Yeah.
All good. And yeah, this is not going to end well for the last Hateling. The only chance the Hateling has is to run away really fast, which it can't because it's not really fast.
But I don't think Ling would run. I think they would do like some sort of suicidal attack.
Oh yeah,
You know,
yeah,
where
absolutely.
it just went all out.
But I don't think Scratch Scratch is going to be the one to confront it because Scratch Scratch is already hurt.
Of course he's not. Scratch Scratch is a lovely boy who shouldn't get hurt at all. You should
And
punish
Scratch
yourself.
Scratch is in fact not going to charge because it could hurt. So I think Themis might try to instead. But Themis will first of all regenerate. And she
Doesn't
regenerates a little bit, but there's less rage left in her. And then she will try to do her best here to destroy the thing, right? She still has Porcupine's Reprisal if it goes sideways.
3
She
successes.
doesn't have a whole lot of willpower left, though. So it is screaming horrible things at Themis about how she's a failure and how she's never going to live up to the true Amazons of the Black Fury past. And she's just a pale shadow of their former glory, but that's not going to be enough. It takes damage. So I guess Weave Walker will steal some of the willpower from the thing by draining it, because that's what we're doing, right? Another rage check. Oh, Weave Walker just has retained the rage this entire fight, basically. It was Resolving Glory. Didn't I just roll the power? Okay, she fails! She does not get any willpower from this Hate Ling. It just hates too much. Store Speaker! Will you be the one to destroy it, or will True Strike do it? That's the only question that's left.
Charge in. Same thing that usually works for Miles, go for another bite.
Very well. It cannot defend itself anymore. And yeah, we can just say that it's going to be ended. If it's not Store Speaker, it's going to be True Strike. So we don't really have to roll this.
What the fuck? Don't push that because I'll just end it at this point.
The only thing we need to check for is how much rage you guys have and how much willpower you've lost. But yeah, so yeah, the Hate Ling will be destroyed by True Strike, obviously, because all the dice. And so it is that you find yourself in this room with the messages that the word carrier, now destroyed, had tried to deliver through that strange hatch in the floor that I'm sure none of you want to go into, because what might be found in there? I don't know that you're going to go in there and try to find out, but you are going to grab the messages that are, looks like parchment with, they're sealed, they have, it looks like the red seals that made up the body of the word carrier. But you can touch them, you can hold them, you have them in your hands. And I'm sure it's going to be easy street out of the Umbra, out of here. The scene is over, so everybody takes a willpower damage.
And I guess we'll switch to Hamid and... So I'm at
Willpower
3...
impairment for you. Oh.
Okay, we're not...
bad.
Mikhail, we're not in the deep Umbra yet, right? We're still in the
You're
near.
not in the deep Umbra. This is correct.
So,
Wait a minute, I already put mine in, and you just gave me another.
Oh,
I
I'm
should
sorry.
still have one.
You still have one. Okay.
sorry. Could we do the ritual of sidestepping from here?
Possible.
Okay, like with
knows where you
with
get from
everybody
here.
taking part, whatever the gauntlet is probably.
We see what's on the other side from here.
We
Yeah,
will
oh yeah,
get to
we
that next time, my friends.
Oh, well,
Because you have triumphed over some bays. And thanks anyone and everyone who tuned in. And next time on The Uncovering Part 3, we'll see if these guys manage to get themselves away from here. Because I'm sure Scratch led you, so obviously this place has a higher gauntlet rating than where you came from. Who knows how high the gauntlet might be here? How powerful the gauntlet might be here. We'll find out next time on Rage Across New York.